Alright, welcome. Let's see, that looks pretty good. Mic check on. Okay, hi guys. Welcome. Oop, hit the mic. There we go. Okay, professional at work. Let's see. Okay, cool. I think we're good. Welcome guys. Hi Cookie. Let me know who else is here. Give me some shout outs for you guys. Let's see. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, check this out. This probably looks like trash, but we'll see what how I changed this like the last 5 minutes here. Let's see how this new transition looks. One of those built-in Streamlabs or OBS transitions. Bwop. How was that? Went pretty fast, but yeah. Okay. I think that's a little bit more animated and more fun. That instead of that fade in and out. That was a little bit. The fade in was a little bit weak. I felt like it was like as if I was like where little Derpy was disappearing and then fading out of existence and back in. And it was like that could be cooler. So instead of doing a fade in and out, I did the motion, I think, and then I set it up to be a little bit faster. So production value. Thank you. Yeah, that was a very, very quick turnaround for that. And you'll see that at the end too when we'll have a toaster time today, so don't you worry about that. Am I loud enough? Let's see. So I can get the mic. There you go. A little closer. Boop. Okie dokie. Okay, perfect. Let's see here. Yeah, so on Tuesday, 2 days ago, I had the appointment. Didn't want to say what it was, or else they'll start figuring things out about me, I guess. Whoop. I had a dentist appointment. I haven't been in a dentist in like 2 years, so felt really good to get some sharp sticks in my mouth. Get that going in there. So I'll probably just stop myself there from getting too visual with that. But yeah, it felt really good. So didn't want to say what it was earlier, or maybe I just slipped my mind. Either way, let's see here. So I'm doing good. I don't have to recover or anything. I'm good. Yeah. I think I almost, yeah, when I had like when I was making the VTuber one, when like making all the phenoms and like the different mouth shapes for the virtual tuber, there was one for like, when you smile, you would have like teeth and stuff. So I actually just got rid of that one and changed it to look like a slightly different size of the mouth. Basically, it looked like really weird. I can kind of show you what that kind of looked like. Drew this one. Is that it would have looked something like that, and just feels weird or awkward. So, yeah. So I got rid of it. Boop. Okie dokie. How's everyone doing? Let's see. Did my tweets and all those go out? Because it might only literally be us, Cookie. You and I. Because I can see how many people there are. And I think that's me and you watching us. Okie dokie. So I wanted to do at least 2 shots today, at least, here. So let's see what happens. Oh yeah, this is what we did last time. Did these pretty quick. Oh, I did animate. Ooh, let's go back even further. What did I do? I had a little smoke thing back here. You can't really see it unless I get rid of this storyboard. That is a little tiny smoke thingy back here that kind of wiggles around. Probably want to actually animate it now that I look at all these. It just looks dumb compared to like everything else, I guess. Yeah. I think it, I don't want to like super blame it, but it's like I feel like with the combination of low turnout on Tuesday, having that be slightly shorter, I don't know if that's actually a factor. Runtime plus stars dislike. I think that was all kind of like magically funneled into the algorithm to say, let's not show people my live streams or YouTube's not going to show them. So, that's just us then. Let's see here. So I added some little secondary motion here with her hair. Just a little bit there. I don't think I did anything else in there. Okie dokie. And then, what do we do? Got that. So now we're here. Okay. So I'll just pretend like there's more people. Let's see here. So the next shot is actually this one. Let's see if I can play it. What does the flash version do here? Kind of wiggles around. It's so, God, looking at this is so rudimentary and just like, man, nothing's going on. There's hair movement. I mean, I got that down. Probably not, yeah, some of these motions, even here. When we get to it with the Toon Boom one, it'll hopefully seem better. But yeah, this was when I thought, well, I guess it still could be accurate. I'm not actually 100% sure. But I animated it where the fire extinguisher little nozzle thing is actually like separate. And this is like a, imagine this hose being like solid and then this part moving back and forth. So I animated it where that part just kind of wiggles around a little bit. So, because now I got a 3D model, I can't really do that unless I had to do that. I would have to like actually separate the mesh and like go back to Blender, go back into like the topology and mesh and like have two versions, one of only this part and then one of only this part. So like that, this be separate and like save that as a model, and then have this and then try to like get the origin points and rotation points to then have it so I can animate it. I think for just for simplicity and everything, we're just probably just gonna have to just keep it simple and not have that. So she'll just have to like just kind of wiggle it around or something going, hey. So that was the whole point of this shot, was to really show like this is weird. Kind of a animation here. And again, it's not actually 90 frames like inside of the puppet. It's actually 65, so it ends right there. So for some reason it keeps going for a little bit longer. There's even a blink back here that's never unseen animation. Whoa. It's just a blink. Okie dokie. So I think that's good enough. So let's see. Around there, trying to figure out timings of it. So it's basically the same thing. So a blink, change, wiggle, and then that'd be it. Okay. So now we can go back to here. She's much shorter and much chibier. Okay, get that set up so I can figure this out. So when I select on certain things, I'll only show me that. Okie dokie. So roughly we're at 25 plus 10 is 35. We actually click back out in. It's around 35-ish. Let's see here. Hello, hi Two-Tailed. I love your. You always got your. You got a signature with a little signature emoji horse. I love it. Thank you for joining. Let's see. So now I gotta go back to. Actually, it's these boys that actually control the blink. So you can see I got a blink here, and blink the other one. Boop, boop. Boop. What's going on? Let's see. Boop, boop. Get really confused with that. There you go. Boop. Okay. Let's go on the side. Let's get head. Not that way. Boop. Let's see. So she's actually over here in the next shot. I don't have a keyframe here, so that's a little scary, but it'll be fine. Because I know if I like make this into like a super extreme thing, I'd have to unverse it here, but let's see. Does the next shot have a keyframe? Boop. Okay, so it should look like this. And 2 shots later. Let's go back to 800-ish. Oh, the code rack's still over here. Code rack is still falling over, so I never put any keyframes to put it back or anything, so if I wanted continuity and have the camera go back, it can actually work. Wow. Cool. Sorry, I gotta remind myself here. Boop. She's just kind of trying to figure out this fire extinguisher. It's so weird with the juxtaposition. This is like a real 3D object for you guys here. And it's like just having her hold it. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, this is like my first time trying to actually do something like this with really trying to actually animate something with combining these two different styles here. I've definitely done the opposite way where I've brought 2D stuff into a 3D environment. It's doing the long holds again, thinks it's a right click. That's annoying. Sorry, just wanted to concentrate on that to get this going here. And I believe the fag changer itself is in this other position here, so if I move Derpy, then I'll have to... These aren't connected by ropes, in a sense that if I move, you know, Derpy, then the fire extinguisher is a separate object, literally. So, had to coordinate with that. So I'm thinking about stuff like that. Okay, at least I can get these boys, bips. Get these going here, so I know that already. Fire extinguishers aren't really working, or not being manipulated in the same fashion. Okay, and so, she doesn't have eyebrows in this one. I think that might help sell this a little better. And we're gonna go for the mouth first. Switch it blinks. And we're gonna swap it to. See if I had a larger mouth. I do not. Cool. Okay. So it's just gonna be it's probably after the blink. Right about here. Swap to. That already pretty works as a confused. Like, So and then trying to like mime it out to myself to like figure this out. And then it's just gonna be doing the same kind of nodey things with these little control points. Let's reset some of these, see if these are offset in any way. Boop. There you go. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Let's see here. This one definitely needs to be over, so it can be connecting to there. Going opposite directions. This one goes up, the other one goes down. Just a little bit there. That's good. Bleh. Bleh. Feels like this bip is actually offset by a little bit. Yes. How did I know that? I have too much good intuition that I can see that these felt like, you see how there's a little bit like bop, 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 bop delay between these two offset. So I'm gonna have to move all these and just move it one frame back, so now they move at the same intervals, I guess. There isn't like a hard rule of like, oh, I'm gonna animate on the even frames, or I'm gonna animate only on the odd frames. It's just kind of whatever feels good, you know. It's like, how about now, you know, even if you split this little section between nothing really happens. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. See, they're already offset by one frame here between this keyframe and over here. That if you divide it up into twos, then they're not perfectly on the level. But it's just like, it's still, you're not gonna like feel that hopefully as much. So I don't know. Weird, super techie stuff. Penantics. Do need to move this bip up to here. So that this is at least good there. Okay. Let's do eyeballs. Oh, during this section, I can have a little movement here. Have a little like scan, like just reading it. Kind of thing like that. Hello, let me get my right arm. Yeah, for you there. Hello. Do you want me to say that as a word or as a whole feeling there? That's a whole emotion there. Thank you. Welcome. I feel like I should move. There we go. So now there's like slightly some more movement, even if it's not, you know, it's not the head or anything moving, but like at least the eyes are like the biggest, you know, thing on the head, and basically everything you're probably going to be looking at anyway. So I'll just add something at least there to keep it interesting. Alrighty. That's only one bip. Let's do the arm later, because that arm's going to be pretty secondary to all this, so I'm going to probably would say that for later. So, okay. Next thing, we did this, and then I went really crazy with the derp dies. I wonder if I should do that a little bit more. She's like slightly cross-eyed, but not like, you know, I could have it be like that, but I'm getting more restrained, I guess, as I go. With newer cartoons, they're like, there's just like barely, you know, she's getting better over time. Yeah. I feel like it really just helped with just general focus of animation. That's like, you wanted to have it kind of like, you know, create like a line, you know, as she's looking at it. Focusing on what she's looking at the whole time. Because otherwise, if you have something, you know, again, way over here, then it's like, you don't really know what she's looking at, basically. So, yeah. Let's see. As you seem hesitant to make her turn tiny cartoons. Definitely, well, I mean, yeah, if you go back and it's like, yeah, these are a little bit more, but as like figure it out of like trying to figure out like focus and everything, then it's like, I think it's actually better in some sense to somewhat keep it very restrained. Or sometimes I just like forget, or especially I get I get a pass with paper derpy style that like they have like little cartoon eyes, little Pac-Man eyes. Hello, I think Sasha, welcome. That they're more, you know, I can have some blank space here. Instead of like these kind of eyes, Paper Mario style, have like these little things here. So And these are actually a little bit harder to animate because like they don't really, with Paper Mario style, they don't really like move or like look around or anything. They pretty much just stay in place the whole time. So it just becomes like this more miming it and try to get more body language maybe, or get some more extreme like emotions out of it, you know. Or like in the city one, like the latest one I did more, like her eyes became like white. Her eyes like got scared and everything, so she was like, whoa, you know. That was just so I can, really make it more of a expression, you know, like a more scared expression is like, wow. We did that with the full eyes, and then it's like, yeah, doesn't look as extreme or cartoony as possible. So, yeah. Feels as if her eyes get active. They have a mind of their own sometimes. Yeah. I guess I never felt like that. I've always tried to be somewhat restrained with them. I never had like you know, be actually like lava bubbles and actually kind of moving all around or moving all over the place. Kind of just going, you know, this is good. I think at this point with the animation too, it's gonna be a little tricky to go back to 800 frames and manually like move this up, or try to. It becomes like harder to then pick one that's actually what she's supposed to be focusing on. You know, like it's in this scene, is the left or right eye now to focus? I don't know. So stuff like that. Wiggle it. Maybe I should animate that. Maybe I should just go ahead and animate this. So now I have the arm that's going to connect to there, which somehow is still connecting to the remote, but the remote's gone. And then I need this. So now I have two. Boop. Does that work? That does not work. I want to move both at the same time. Interesting. Haven't had this problem yet. Probably just have to manually do the arm and then figure the rest out. Because there's no like lines or pipes or whatever it is. I forgot what these called. These little lines that connecting lines to connect the nodes between the elements. There's no one to connect between these two things, so. That's where it gets a little weird. Let's go back one. I mean, yeah, go back to the eye thing. That was like the first, like, you know, that was my main motivation to like use Derpy, you know, with her interesting characteristics. Was her eyes as like, again, because the way that Flash worked, it was actually easier to animate it with her eyes just being off. And because each eye again would be its own like folder or symbol or something, container that's like there's its own object that contains multiple objects inside of it, and each object has its own object inside of it, so it's like super nested stuff. Inception of like, well, now this eyelash has all these different frames, and I can move that around and then change the picture inside of it with like this, and it just becomes like way easier to just like not care about where the actual eye is, because you have to like click on, especially with this puppet, you have to manually very, very, very carefully not select on the wrong. I can't even do it right now. Select the three things and then put it in the right place, and then you get that. So if you can like not have to care about that and try to keep that, you know, sane with that, then that's good. Let's see. Slice of Life. Yeah, probably should go back and like rewatch that to see just what they do, because I do have it like slightly like cross-eyed, where like one's a little bit higher than the other, but they're not they're not like googly eyes where it's like if she like swoops her head over, I don't think they like, you know, not follow her or anything. So exactly. I think they kind of like drift in like a couple shots where like the eyes just kind of like she's like emoting, but then they're like here and then it just kind of go. I don't think both of them do. Like one of them just doesn't go. It's more just like how I always interpret it is that just like one of them's just like slightly in a different position, I think. So they're just slightly offset, and then over time I just made them too close. And now they're just basically just like half a step offset. Rather than they're like having a chameleon. They're not like a chameleon sort of thing where they can just go what's over there and over there and the other one's doing the opposite thing. You know. That's definitely an approach people can do, but nothing's, you know, nothing's off limits with this sort of stuff, so animation you can do whatever. So oh well. Hello Elijah, welcome. Let's see. This is she just cares over if wanted to animate more. I know. Oh, she's very cute. Yeah, she's very cute. Yeah, there you go. Great minds. Let's see. She tends to try and straighten them and sometimes but loses their grip in conversation and they lazily slump over or down or something. Oh. Okay. Huh. It's very cute. We lost the character. Okay. She tries to straighten them sometimes but loses their grip in conversation sometimes. Okay. We can try with this. Maybe a shot and because she's like trying to read it. It's maybe like one of the eyes is like she's like trying to actually concentrate on like what she's reading now. Because the next shot she's like has the fire extinguisher and she's like trying to read all this alien cryptic stuff. So that could be something. Maybe around here she's like figuring out that this is hard to read. And then for here she's going to really like concentrate and like going to like kind of get a little bit trying to get too close but then like trying to strain it, you know, when you like you strain your eyes or like try to like go cross-eyed and you just become like this blur. Hit. And then for here, let's switch it back to the scrumple, because now she's going to be really trying here. So we'll change these to be more extreme. She's not like, I'm going to like change this, but she's not going to become like upset or like angry, but more so like she's trying to concentrate, and that takes a lot of complicated scrumple power here to get that going. If I give that's great. Okay, I'll appreciate that. So they both kind of go down. Let's try around here. I'll have like an in-between sort of scenario where it is now. It's kind of hit, hit, maybe a little bit earlier. So now it's getting there. This can be a little bit closer, and then it goes all the way down. So that's a little bit, should be smoother. I know it's hard to see. There you go. Okay. Now the eyeballs, we'll have to do them separately. So now I can do these three eye master, do both of them people 1 and people 2, or people and people 1, I guess. I don't know. Hey. Hey. That's that one. So she's like, eh, eh. Eh. Oop. Selected multiple things. Okay. So let's make them a little bit smaller and okay. And then when she gets to here, we'll have like one of them maybe start to like go up and the other one tries to go down. Maybe like try to go in more. We have a little bit more time in this shot, like 10 frames-ish. How long is that? 20 frames? Okay, let's see. And then we'll just continue with this reading thing. But hello, cartoons. Welcome. Good to see you. So what do we got? We got it left, right, left, right, left. There you go. Does like it rotate a little bit? Oh, it's just like the low quality. I was looking at the texture of this when it was far away and it looked pixely. I'm sure when it renders it'll be just fine. Check my Discord. Oh, you DM me. See if I can open original here. I feel like I can't show this on the show or the stream here, because this is, I mean, I got that DMCA from when I showed like Pony Life animation, so just imagining that we're all looking at this. Okay, so that's, it's very, okay, I can describe it as very, very close to what I got here, where it's kind of, one of them at the start of her sentence, it's like, it's just barely, that if you draw a line, they should be horizontal. That's usually a pretty good rule. As if you can put a horizontal line between the eyes, they should kind of line up. But with this, if you draw a horizontal line, they kind of a little bit, just tiny little bit down. I'm scared at this point anyway, so. It's just a GIF. I don't know. I don't want to take my chances anymore. Hopefully you understand. I'm looking at other emails. Sorry. I got distracted. Let's see. Okay, and then the next thing is that she starts to, at the end of this GIF, like her eyes start to then kind of drift up. Like one goes up and the other one goes down. So it's very subtle too. That they do look pretty, very, in this particular shot, they look very close and then start to then drift down. Okay. Naked cookie. This one? Okay. Okay, so I can kind of do that. So they're basically the same, and then they start to, at least here. Maybe I can exaggerate this a little bit more. So let's, that I kind of, hopefully that makes it a little bit better. Turn off the, whatever those are. Okay. I'm okay with that. For now, that's the next shot. Okay. So around, okay, so I got that. Even here, maybe, just like a slight head up. Eyes usually go first in like body acting. Like when you like look at, you know, when you like have to look from over here to over here, first thing that moves is your eyeball, and then your head tracks after that. So if I can kind of start to do something like that, that'll be good. I think we're good on that. Okay, maybe like squish her down. Keep the leg in the same place. That'd be pretty cool. Oh well. See if there's any motion I might need to do. Not super really for the body. Okay. Now she's like super reading this. No. Okay. Now she's probably gotta like lift it up a little bit more. Probably like bring it closer to her face, so I could probably like actually use the deformers I got on the arm as well. To get these bips. Bip, bip, bip. Maybe like move the elbow a little bit closer actually. Or like that. So it's kind of shimmying. Yeah, it's gonna be far away in the screen. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And then the fire extinguisher, to which I would like to move it up. Maybe closer, maybe rotate it if I can, please. A little bit. Yeah, there we go. How long did that take? Okay, cool. I'm actually gonna move on. I think that's gonna be good for now. Let's see. Okay, good. Bop, bop, bop. Get me out. Okay. Let's move on to the next scene here. I also noticed in between that I need to change the TV. I don't want the green screen version. I would like the no screen version. So I have two separate 3D models that I would like to swap out. So instead of this one, I still need it so I can have it as a reference, but I need to just add this one in. You can already see it has a hole in it. And then, oh yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Okie dokie. Add a peg keyframe. Hello, who are you? Cool guy. Welcome. Let's see. So I want this one to be exact same position as the other TV. So I'll use my top view and hopefully just kind of shoop it in. Get it to be roughly the same size. Doesn't need to be exact, as I'm not going to be doing the same. I guess I might. It's possible, but I don't think. Didn't plan for having it swap back. Oh, look at that. Wasn't thinking of having it swap back to the other TV. So that should be fine. Okay, and then we delete the other one. And so now it's there. Good. Okay. So actually, yeah, this one is the green screen one. That's the green screen in it. We go to the other one. Now it's actually a different 3D model. It's the no screen one. Okay. And so right now, let's go back to the Flash one just to get reference. So right now the fire should still be going. Probably some smoke is going on. And then now Derpy's reading it a little bit more carefully here. And then throws it inside, throws the fact signature inside the TV. That's why I wanted both of these to be 3D models so I can do interactions with this pretty good. So we'll see how this goes. Might have to do some simple animation and then set it up, or then add more complicated, more in-betweens, I guess. Okay, so let's have, I guess we could just bring this one. Turn off the bips. Okay, so I'm going to have this one, hold it. Oh, always flips around, I'm not sure why. Okay, let's be roughly that size. It's very jello-y. So this is like a POV shot, so we don't have to worry about her eyes. So that's something. Okay. Let's see what that looks like. So it should be dark. Yeah. Okay. Now I need the other leg, which needs to be around the same size as well. Might have to be a little bit larger. There you go. Ooh, I found this. I'm sure like the better. Even Adobe has this, I think, where if you hold Control and Shift, it can do, it's got kind of like locks between different points or different angles. And so you can get like a 90-degree rotation simpler. Okay, let's see, I need to get this. We need to set Derpy, her whole body. We need to set this to be very in front of the TV. Probably should also do that button that like sets it to be the same scale, which sometimes it works. But anyway, this just needs to be in front of the TV, and then fact signature can be a little bit closer. Okay, so now I need to rescale these, rescale the arms and reposition them. Let's just see if I can set these back to 1 and see what that looks like. It's really 1.5, so that I can exactly get the left arm to be the right scale. See, it's 2.5. And whatever. We need to rotate this. Deformers. Okay. What do I have? Okay. What was the angle of the arm? Kind of like that, of course. And then, I have a mask on it. There's no point. I barely have a mask somewhere, because why is it being cut off, but then shown there? Interesting. And then falls off, so okay. And that's what I mean, I had to coordinate all of these different things. Let's keep it off screen, because in the shot before, her leg's down, so it doesn't make sense to have it be, jeez, up. Let's get these bips, put them here. Let's see, does anything change? Nope. Good. There shouldn't be any keyframes. I don't see any keyframes in between here. So nothing should change. Okay. Good. And then maybe get back to here. The arm's a little bit over here, but That's okay. We'll fix that. That shot later. Okay. So now we do the animation that we did, or I showed you in the Flash version. So now we'll just have to figure out how long. Well, at least the throw, which is actually pretty quick, is around 3 seconds in or 70 frames in. Math. Someone math 890 plus 70. So 890 plus 70, and then help me with that. Let's go a little bit in. Kind of eases out. So this needs to be actually in front. With this arm needs to be in front. So that's gonna be a little tricky. Let's see if. Ooh, I got the Z one. Oh, fancy. Okay. Forgot how to do this. Let's see. Can I separate it? Ha ha ha. There it is. Now it's in front. I want it to be in front. So, fortunately now it scales off. Once I put the scale in here, that might work. Maybe like a 0.5. 0.6. I want it to be roughly the same size, of course. Boop. Okay. And let's put the offset back to right about where I had it. There you go. So now that's all in check. Offset it a little bit there. Okay, don't need that. So now, because I have this extra peg, I can separate the z-axis a little bit more. So now I should be able to go hop right in front. Okay. This is again there. Elbow. A little bit lower. Change these. Okay. And so what it'll look like is hip. Hip. I can't really change the scale because I know it's got to go into. Well, the thing is that the function is just going to go inside of the TV, so I can't really do that. I guess I'll do the math then. Okay, because that took a little bit too long for you guys to get numbers. 890 plus 70 is around 960. Okay, around 960 is when I will do that. Is when I need to have the structure inside of the TV, and then we'll just play around it. Is what I'm gonna go for. So now, let me just get this to now go whoop, on 970 inside of the TV. Check that out. Okay. And then we'll rotate it, maybe like around there. Have it around there. Probably should also clarify that all this 3D stuff is practically built in. Like I didn't have to like, there's no plugin or anything for this Toon Boom stuff. Like this all came like within inbox. But I think all this kind of is more so Toon Boom Premium stuff. I think you can, I'm not sure, but I think you can do stuff like this in the advanced and basic essentials version, but it just doesn't work as well as you probably want it to be. So let's go back a couple frames. So beep, 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 beep. So let's put that there. And then this will be our breakdown. So now it'll be basically in between this and this. What is this? What does this look like? What this should look good. So it could be, so it's rotating from here with the nozzle that way. So we'll have it in front maybe, and then we'll figure out how that works. And then a couple frames there, and then it goes that way. So bop, bop, bop. This is why we set keyframes. So now I can figure this out. So now it just becomes like, what's in between this and this? And so it's going to be probably like going in between, inside, and then probably not that way. Probably blue way. So now it's inside there. Wrong keyframe, but I'll just go back out. Now I can even do this a little bit better. So now it's going to be in front. There you go. It's probably up here. It should be a little bit higher up. Probably even higher up. And then add a keyframe here. And then it's just goes on just barely, and then a slight rotation to there. And there could be an anticipation, where now it goes back a little bit, back and up. And then we can hold on to this for a little bit as we even reel up a little bit more. And there you go. Super simple, but that's kind of how you actually animate a lot of this kind of stuff. It's so weird because like it's the uncanniness that it's like a 3D model, but it's like moving at like stop motion-y pace. That's like it feels something feels off, you know. When it's the cartoon and you go back to like this kind of stuff, it's like look at just a cartoon horse and it's like the animation is stop motion-y, but it works. But then you look at the fag signature and it's like doing that, and it's like it's tricking my mind at least. It's like, why does that feel weird? Feels off-putting or something's wrong, because you expect a 3D object to move more fluidly, I suppose. So when it's not, it's like, what? So everything in your life is built up to like knowing how these things work, and it's like that's not right. Okay, so over here she's gonna like read it and then throw it. So I guess I can at least just animate this, get the throwing arm, I guess, going here. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, let's get that so I can see this. Okay, I can at least get the throwing arm before time's up for it today. So now she's reeling back, and then we'll flip the elbow. So like that. Kind of follow with like whoop, where the curve's going. Boom. Kind of works. That's kind of actually kind of like that. Actually, that looks pretty good. Pew. Like a dunk. Like a. Is there like a technical term for when you do like one of these, like I did it with my hand, like the wrist kind of motion you get here when you draw a basketball. And it's going to keep reeling back. Pew. Pew. While the arm itself is actually going to be moving a little bit differently here. Let's see. Slam dunk. Dunkerino. So it's going to go up while it's actually going to be rotating forward, but the arm itself is kind of rotating the other way. So boof. So that kind of works. Pew. Pew. I feel like I should have the arm get into the opposite. Oh, this is whoops. It's because there's multiple things here. So let's have all of these. Go back one. Snats should be a little better. Pew. Actually, the arm, let's see. Arm should be moving forward, maybe? So somebody's animation, let's get rid of this. So it's So it's going up, and then, let's see. It should be going forward, I think, as like it's... See, I don't really know sports. I don't know. All these kind of motions I have to like actually figure out to see like how these work. And it's like this almost works. Maybe the fire extinguisher itself needs to be moved up in a good place here. So there's some like anticipation and follow through to get that going, and then pew, and then what happens? Whoa, in the Flash version, it's weirdly actually works a little better with this version, and then oh, it just falls out of frame. Oh, okay. See, I don't even do my own motions that I do 5 years ago. So bop, bop. Get rid of these. I don't need these. It's actually using so much force that it actually falls off the frame like this. And then we continue the motion and the arcs as it continues. And then it basically just falls off frame like that. It's like a weird wave. Let's get rid of a couple of these. So then it becomes more of a more force. So this needs to be the big one here. So we're gonna like really get this to go up. And again, gotta move these back. Oop. Let's get this to be close to what this looks like. And then get this. And then it falls. Okay. And then let's move this. It's not trial and error. Just gotta keep doing it over and over until eventually it'll work, so don't you worry. Trial and error. Trial and error. Okay. And then the other arm also kind of goes, and then it falls off too. Let's see how quickly we can do that. And that'll be the last thing. Because you have to do the whole animation of it kind of going. Yep. Let's see. Yep. So it's kind of like trying to read it. Like, huh? Let's move this back a frame. So, let's see. Let's move this, or just get rid of it. Some of these, and then pause for a couple frames, and then we go back, boop, 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 back, boop. So, yeah. Let's move these over so it'll be a little bit less to do. And then kind of repeat this. And then, kind of move this back. And then, obviously if we go up, then we need to remove the arm. As it then falls out of frame as well. And then it'll just be up to. Alright, that's the basics of it. And then, there you go. And it'll now be up to getting the bips here. To now follow with these. Kind of keep it with the same kind of angle as if it's being dragged as well as moving forward, which is a little bit weird. To like think about. I think it makes sense. And then, so we can't have it be clipping, so we'll just kind of like curve it around as if it's being some sort of curling force. That makes sense, and then it falls off. And then it really falls off. Okay. Sorry about that. That just got a little whoop. Like, you just kind of just read it and go, whatever. And then dunk it. It's like, oh, I get it. Throw it. Yeah. All right. Yes, we are essentially yeeting it. Please, if you're actually doing this for real and serious, actually read it and then don't actually throw it, because like the next thing that happens is that in the cartoon is that the fire extinguisher just somehow hits it, hits the little trigger pulley strip thing, and then like the smoke comes out, or the fire extinguisher fluid smoke stuff, fire beating stuff. See, this is why I wrote it this way, because it's like this works sense to me. And then it's like, I guess that worked, and then she just has a reaction going, yeah. And then there's like 2 more scenes left, so we're almost done actually with the animation. So, hang in there. I think this is getting there. This is rough draft. We'll let the smoke come out, so I'm gonna do that for next time. She's not going to be as angry here, so maybe I should reset her face so when we replay the animation through here. I think I just need to like take the eyebrows out. Change these. Change these. Reset. Okay. And then she'll just be watching it be okay. And then we'll have her apparently here with her weird arm. Whoa, okay. Let's see. So actually she wouldn't be, she's not in the last scene, which is the last house shot, where then the TV and the fire extinguisher, somehow they separate, and then we have one final as it goes through the credits as a dissolve. So Derpy's not in the final shot as the way that I animated it. So let's put her what the in a place I know she won't be visible, because I know the camera's gonna go downward and to the right. So there we go. Okay. And I think her arms are actually broken all the way back here. So just for the sake of cleaning this up just a tiny bit more, so we'll get there. You get bonus content with this, I guess. I don't know. Arm, reset, boop. Where's the other arm? Where'd the other arm go? There it is. Reset. Reset. There you go. Reset. 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 Just magic that kind of happens that way. Okay. Good. Now let's go to toaster time. Here we go. Close this. Oh, you get to see the fun. If you missed it at the beginning, when I transitioned from the little startup screen to this screen, I have a little motion fade out. We'll see how this works. So check this out. I'm gonna click it. Watch this. I'm only gonna do it once. Well, I'll probably like edit it or probably change it later. But check this out. Yeah, the little background fade thing is a little bit weird, but instead of fading out like the last time, now the elements kind of like shift in place. Like the OBS is able to figure out like, hey, this is the quote same element, you know, like element. And so it just like shifts over like position, scale, and whatever. So when it changes background, then kind of gets a little mixed up. But as like the new background has to like slide in from apparently like a random place or something. It's not. I can't like. I'm not like. I didn't like animate it and change like, oh, this is this element. Let's animate it like this. It just kind of like was a built-in thing, so I didn't have to like really think about that. Nice, thank you. Oh boy, this is coming together. What do you think, guys? Let's see. A flamethrower. Yeah, I guess so. That's good. Obviously not every element in here. Not everything is complete. Everything's very temp. So, but some of these character motions are pretty solid. That's the one we did today. That should be familiar, hopefully. And then there you go. Yay! And then it needs some smoke, and then she's gonna go wah, I guess. And then these get yeeted out of the house, and then boosh, and there we go. So we're actually almost there. Thank you, I believe Sasha. Thank you for joining. Bye there. But yeah, we're almost done. I foresee maybe, I mean, at least the one stream to do the two other shots. Probably be the same kind of deal as we did today, where it's gonna be like derpy reaction shot and then the big 3D culmination shot. So that'd be a big thing. So even on Tuesday, I don't think I'll probably quote finish it. So it'll be whether or not we want to have the Thursday be like a pickup where I clean everything up, that I might have any kind of like leftover breadcrumbs of like, let's fix some things, or maybe some extra details and stuff. Oh right, we have to do the whole post-production stuff, so that'll be has to be its own stream too, because that's gonna be wild. So yeah, so maybe on like, let's see, today's Thursday, sure. So on the Tuesday. Well, I was actually going to do a whole thing of, well, I guess I could lay it out. So my idea was that if on Tuesday or so, I can ask for a whole bunch of different media, different cartoons, and maybe some other references or whatever else to like be on the TV screen for this during this period. And then on Thursday, then I'll collect all those ideas and then put it all together and like have a premiere party, I guess, where I put a whole bunch of different media stuff in the inside the TV screen and figure that out. So, unfortunately, with the way that my interaction rate is very, very low usually, if I ask for an idea, then usually a very low interest rate. So that might not work. Might have to do it on the day, but then even asking on the day usually doesn't yield results either. So yeah. So oh well. Because I was thinking it was gonna be like the Toy Story scene at the beginning where Ham's like on the TV remote and he has to like click really fast to like get to back to the TV commercial with the Alice Toy Barn. I remember his line of like, I gotta go around the horn again. It's faster to like, hit the channel up button than like typing in enter and trying to go back down. Like, yeah, I'll just go wrap around the whole way around. That'll be quicker. So imagine that kind of a scenario where we're gonna have like a whole bunch of different TV channels. But I'm thinking of just like reusing a bunch of my old cartoons as little shorts, and then whatever else you guys can think of that I've made. Probably like keep it close to like stuff I've done. Because I feel a little bit weird if I just include like, someone else's cartoon or someone else's stuff. Because otherwise I feel like I'd be ripping them off. Especially I'm hoping to get this on YouTube as a separate video, so I can have a little its own video maybe, or at least maybe just have a comparison. Or I could have like one video that has, I'm figuring this out as I go along. Can you tell? I'm thinking of having a video to be its own solid solo video of having, I could probably structure it to be maybe, I don't know, should I start with like the old version, then do the new version, and then do a comparison where like they're side by side, so I can like have both of them, both cartoons, the old one and the remake, like next to each other, and then you can see like how close they are and how different in animation they are now. I think that'd be fun, just to see like how far I've come in half a decade of animating. So, but yeah, that's the plan. So I think for Tuesday we'll finish up whatever we can do for the last 2 shots here, and then on next Thursday we'll have the premiere thingy, and then it'll be done. So just one more week. We're nearly there. Somehow, I don't know how, I was able to finish the old version within a week, while I was probably in either junior high or high school. So let's imagine that. So I had to go through 6 hours of school, then do some homework for a couple hours, and then be able to animate each day. So somehow, I don't know. I probably just spent the rest of the whole day, whatever else left, time in the evening and night to animate. Way back when. That was really fun. But I guess also I was not being as perfection-y and trying to get it done and like try to make it a visualization of my ideas rather than I get too caught up on the details, you might be able to tell nowadays. That's like, man, gotta go back and like redo some motions and go, okay, this isn't working, and then all the stuff I've done today. So might have also, you know, had to do with those kind of factors where it's like, yeah, it's just kind of work on it and get it done and don't try to perfectionist it. Now I'm doing like all these sort of like extra details and making everything perfect and feel more solid, I guess. Or try to be more explicit with my facial expressions and body motions. Because I think if you go back to like the Flash version, if you can recall, like I guess I can pause it, kind of show you that real quick. That if we go back to like one of these reaction shots, I don't know where I put it. Like this kind of react. This is a pretty good one. It kind of shows pretty good one. But I think the one where she picks it up, yeah, this one. It doesn't really read it. It's like, is she looking? It almost looks like she's looking, you know, over here. You can see my mouse. It's like you can like line up between the lines of the eyes, and it's like because this one's so over here that it feels like she's looking over here when the important part and the focus should be back on the fire extinguisher, as that's the one that's being hit. And to me, this just doesn't read as like any particular emotion. So what I did today was adding more focus with the eyeballs and add some eyebrows, and that just kind of tied everything together, at least to me. Everything's of course subjective, but I think that kind of works better. As well as, I guess, also caring a little bit more about perspective. It's probably a little bit small. Let's see if I can. Let's just make this slightly bigger. Whatever's going on with this TV stand, I don't know. But now I'm slightly cheating, but it's still a lot of work to cheat. Still a lot more extra effort to cheat now. To get the 3D model of the TV and to make it perfect. So, in perfect perspective, like this kind of like line probably shouldn't go downward. Depends on where we're looking, because that implies that we're somehow looking upward at it. If these perspective lines don't really match up well, yeah, it might want to be. The horizon line is usually where the eyes are, or less, you know, where the horizon line is usually if you're the same, obviously the same height as someone and someone's really far away, your eye line is actually the same place because you're still on a plane, but you're just far away from each other. So your eye line should actually still be the same height. So because the eye line's here, it's slightly above the TV, which would mean you want to see the top face. I don't know what to call it, the side of it, basically. Same as how you can see this top, which makes this not able to see the top of this make no sense. So that's why we get back to here and all these 3D shots. Is like it makes more sense. Just in a way that now I don't have to worry about. See how this works? Yeah, you can see the top of it now. Whatever, I don't know what to call it. It's not the roof, but just the top face of the TV, because we're slightly above the eye line of where her eyes would be. You go horizontal, it's around here. There's a horizon line, and then it's like, whoop! Now you can see the top of it. It's like you're able to look down on it. That's basically all I was trying to say. Yeah, jeez. See, yeah, again, it's like I get too like picky and like all this kind of stuff now. Oh boy. Yeah, hey, see you next week. Thank you, Cookie, for manning the chat here. Appreciate that. It's pretty quiet, but I think worked out well. Thank you, guy. Thank you. What am I saying? Try to say everyone else at the same time. That didn't work. It's good water. Okay. Other kind of stuff, I'm sure we'll dissect a little bit more as we go. Yeah, I think probably during the weekend I'll probably like clean up the animation that we did today. Obviously, there's still a lot of stuff. A lot to do to smoke animation, or the fire extinguisher or smoke, whatever you want to call that. So I'll work on that in the meantime, and probably like maybe actually animate some of this, those effects, and maybe I can figure out like if I want to add some maybe some glow and Toon Boom effects, either in Toon Boom or Premiere. If I do it in Premiere, I'll have to like export individual frames and then PNG frames of each element. So it gets really complicated actually. But the downside of trying to do it in Toon Boom is that it just takes forever to export, and it's like gets a little annoying with that. But okay. What are we doing? Who's left? It's probably just me. So, okay then. Next week, we'll continue with this, and it should be the last week of this. So look forward to that, and then look forward for even more stuff in the coming weeks. It'll be June soon, so maybe I'll have a different outfit. I'll figure something that out. And then we'll keep going. This is getting there with this project, and then I have ideas for other projects, for other live stream projects. So don't you worry about that. Got some really juicy art ideas for future streams in the coming weeks. So I'm already planning out. Alrighty, guys. I'll wrap it up then. So thank you guys so much. Whoever's left, I think it's probably just me, and probably just me watching myself, so I might just be alone at this point. Who knows? But thank you guys for watching the VOD to this point. If you're watching this later, thank you so much, guys. Hope this was fun, and we'll be back pretty shortly, less than a week. Think of it like that, less than a week, and we'll be back. Alrighty, guys, thank you. Alright, let me find a button, and then we'll be out. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.